and possible action excusing any absent board member. Ms. Garcia?
Mayor Dr. Ambrosio Hernandez.
Here.
Commissioner Ricardo Medina. Board Member Reynaldo Perez.
Present.
Commissioner Dr. Ramiro Caballero.
Present.
Board Member Mario Liscano. Board Member Efraín Matamoros. Board Member Mari Moore. Mr. Perez, we have a quorum.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Garcia. 1B, Pledge of Allegiance and Invocation. Y'all like to stand up, please, and we'll let the chief do the invocation. First of all, Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Father God, we thank you for the honor and privilege to be here today. We pray for wisdom and guidance as these board members make decisions on in the best interest of the city and this region. We ask it in your son's name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you, Chief. 2, public testimony. Ms. Garcia, do we have anybody sign up?
No, sir.
No, we don't. Okay, we proceed with number 3, Secretary Director's Administrative Reports. I'm going to call Karina Lopez from our staff to share a little bit about the events of interest that are coming up.
Good afternoon, Board. Karina Lopez for the record. First off, some of our current events of interest. We are currently participating with Vanguard Academy for a Vanguard Internship program. We're hosting 6 students in the junior, senior levels, and we are placing them in 3 different locations, 2 students in each location so they can get real work experience. This is a paid internship through a grant that was awarded for Vanguard Academy. They're currently getting paid $9 an hour, and each are participating at approximately 16 hours a week. And so their last day for this internship is going to be on this Friday. And so we will be doing a small recognition Friday during the lunchtime at 11:30. We hope that maybe you guys can make the time and hopefully join us there for that recognition. We'll be sending you over the information regarding the lunch. Secondly, we are also participating through the teacher externship program with Workforce Solutions. We're currently hosting actually Mr. Julio Navarro, which is here with us today, and he is actually participating with us for 3 days. So all the way till Wednesday, tomorrow is his last day. He's been kind of shadowing the EDC and what it is that we do, so that way he can take it back and kind of instill that into the curriculum within his course. He is actually a City of Pharr resident, but he currently is employed with Donna ISD. So, Mr. Julio Navarro. Next, we are still participating and collaborating with McDonald's to ensure that they are fully staffed for the grand opening, which is set mid-August. And so they are currently halfway into their staffing needs. In addition to that, we still have 2 more Fridays left in this month that they are being hosted at the DRC to cater to the South Pharr community and for easier access. So they are still currently actively hiring. No registration is needed. They are there from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Do you know what the salaries are?
It ranges depending on the position, but they are being open.
Okay.
Next, we will be participating with the Pharr Police Department at their annual Pharr Night Out. So we do invite the community who is able to attend, join us, stop by our booth. We will be providing, of course, school supplies. That's going to be taking place on Tuesday, August the 2nd from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Pharr Aquatic Center. So hopefully we can invite the community to stop by and join us there. Lastly, we are or will be hosting a Southpaw Job Fair. It's going to be a mini job fair. This, of course, is also to facilitate employment for McDonald's. We've decided to host a 1-day, midday job fair where we invite other employers in the South Pharr area to accommodate their employment needs as well. So we're looking to approximately have 10 to 15 employers in attendance, and it will be located at the DRC. So please, we do ask that you guys stay up to date on our Pharr ADC social media page to learn more details as we get the employers confirmed. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Karina. And again, that job fair as well is for Tractor Supply Company, which we brought to town, and they're also looking to hire some individuals. So we're going to go ahead and move up. Sales tax report, it's in your binder. If you all look in your binders, we have the sales tax report. Real quick, July 2022 sales tax report, 10th month for the fiscal year of 2021-22, but May 22-22 sales. From month to month, Pharr comes to a positive 8.34%, which puts it number 6 compared to other cities, and number 7 in growth, total growth at 12.72%. So that's in your packets right now. We also have the loans and lease update, which is only one of the loans we have pending right now. So that's it. Any questions?
On the loan, that's a produce park, correct?
Yes, sir. That's it.
So does
over.
that mean we have, that's 500,000, is that
Oh,
the balance that is, that's a payment, or is that, what's, okay,
yes, sir.
out of 11 million? That's what's pending. Okay,
Looks good. And the only one we have there, Mayor, the rest have been
Wow.
paid off or no longer in our books. So next is item D, presentation by Vida Valley Initiative for Development and Advancement. We have Ms. The director here to present. So I'm going to pass it over to Fidela Villarreal.
Mr. Perez, for the record, Mr. Matamoros has joined the meeting.
we can start the meeting now. All right. The man, the myth, the legend.
Good afternoon, board members and
Good
mayor.
afternoon.
My name is Felida Villarreal, Executive Director at Vida. And I'd firstly like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for your continued support in education and in our organization's mission. For those who may not be as familiar with Vida, Vida is a nonprofit 501c3 organization, and it was established in October of 1995 through a collaborative effort between Valley Interfaith leaders and industry leaders at the time. And it was in response to a national agenda of the rural empowerment zones under the Clinton administration, and the Rio Grande Valley was identified as being one of them. So why should you invest in Vida? Well, firstly, Vida is a complete approach model that addresses all of the components of a student profile, beginning with component number 1, outreach and recruitment. So Vida takes on the role of identifying the at-risk student demographic, which oftentimes is our adult learner and our first-generation college student. Secondly, our wraparound services. So yes, we provide the financial assistance for tuition, textbooks, tools, uniforms, childcare, and much more. But most importantly is the intensive case management component, which includes our very own counselors that provide that ongoing guidance and mentoring on a weekly basis and on a monthly basis. So our counselors hold these sessions with our students one-on-one to help them overcome the barriers, which may be a language barrier, time management, family responsibilities, to make sure that they persist and that they graduate. In addition to that, during our group sessions, we also infuse skills development to promote a more well-rounded professional. So right now, we have JP Morgan as a partner offering financial literacy workshops to all of our students. And so our students are able to learn the importance of financial planning, budgeting, lending, credit scores, and more. Third component is our training and skills development. So we partner with all the local colleges and the university for the training component. And of course, we complement that with the soft skills training. And fourthly, employer engagement and job placement. So yes, we work hand on hand with the colleges for the training, but we also maintain that high level of employer engagement to make sure that the career pathways that we're promoting are aligned to local industry. Why? Because we want to make sure that our graduates are employed here locally and that they don't leave the Valley. And for that reason, we also provide job placement services after graduation. And we even provide follow-up services for up to 2 years after graduation. And that is to track the graduates' progress and their career, and also to report that earnings impact here in the community. And our most recent economic impact study was conducted by UTRGV in 2020, and it reported that for every dollar that you as a funder invest in Vida, you receive a return on investment of $14.74. Because of our long-lasting success and impact, Vida has been featured prominently in 2 national studies, one being PACE and one being IWPR. PACE stands for Pathways for Advancing Careers in Education, and PACE evaluated the program effectiveness of 9 workforce training models across the country and selected VIDA as one of them. And in part of their evaluation, they cite VIDA's educational effects are among the largest identified by random assignment studies of programs to promote successful completion of post-secondary education and training. IWPR stands for Institute of Women's Policy and Research. And in their report, they also evaluated the impact of workforce development programs, including VIDA. And their report states, case management has an added effect of creating a sense of accountability to the program that increases persistence and completion. Having a primary point person, who in this case is our counselors, that participants can go to for advice, support, and program resources leads them to feel a greater sense of responsibility or commitment to their program. The relationships that these case managers establish with participants, create bonds of accountability that enhance participants' chances to succeed in their program. So basically, both of these studies found that workforce program models, including VIDA, created an increased impact in having more degrees and credentials awarded, as well as students completing these programs sooner compared to your average college student not receiving these support services. In December of this last year, IWPR held a virtual conference in which they invited VIDA as well to participate as an expert panelist. And basically the purpose of this conference was to analyze and provide insight on the lingering effects of COVID-19. And what we saw is that despite during this recovery period where we've seen a lot of job growth, the reality is that the number of jobs on payroll for women across the nation is still significantly lower than the levels prior to COVID-19. And so a couple of the reasons leading to that effect was determined to be a lack of job training accessibility due to tuition costs, and 2, lack of accessibility to childcare. So how can we as a community on a local level respond to these challenges? By investing in human capital and workforce training programs like VIDA. Metrics and outcomes. So in your packet, I've included a 1-page summary report that includes a progress report of our current grant period, which ends this September 30th. So currently your investment was $100,000 to serve a benchmark of 23 students that are Pharr residents. As of yesterday, during this grant period, we've served 44 Pharr residents. And that's been made possible because we've been able to leverage your investment from other matching funds from other sources. In addition, this year, our persistence rate has maintained a 93%. On the bar chart that I have, I've listed average persistence rates for South Texas College. And in the gray bars are persistent rates from VIDA participants. And this data is from fall of 2019 to projected fall of this year. As you can see, the average persistence rate at South Texas College is between 50 and 55%, while VIDA students have maintained well above a persistence rate of over 90%. In our bar chart, I also have listed the different careers that we sponsor. Like I mentioned, we only sponsor target demand occupations. More than half of our students pursue allied health careers, 60%, and the other 40% are distributed among other target demand careers in fields of STEM, specialized trades, education, social services, and business. Before I go into the details of our funding proposal, I'd like to invite to the podium one of our current students who is a Pharr resident. Her name is Arja Arellano, and she will be able to share her story and let you know how your investment has helped her succeed in her studies.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Arja Arellano, and
What's your first name?
Arja. Yeah.
First time I heard that name before.
I know, I could
Great.
tell a lot.
That's good.
I'm an STC student. I'm in the LBM program right now, and I will be graduating in less than a week. So I want to say thank you for helping me succeed in life, and more than anything. Honestly, I wouldn't done this before. I was accepted to the program a year ago, but I couldn't accept the, I guess, enter to the program because of financial resources. My mom is a single mother. back then I did work full time to be able to pay for my career, but it wasn't enough money to be honest. And especially right now with the whole COVID and everything, prices increase and everything, and life happens as we all know. So a friend of mine told me about Vida. I applied, thank God, they accepted me, and that's when I started the program last semester, well, 2021. And right now I'm about to graduate. So I want to thank the city of Pharr for helping me, myself, and as many as my Vida members, and as well as Vida, because without Vida, honestly, I wouldn't have done it. They helped me with financial, my tuition more than anything, which we all know it's a big amount. Books, uniform, shoes, my stethoscope, everything. And not only financial wise, it's also like my emotional support as well. We meet with our counselors every week, but not only every week, they are always there for us. Just basically today, we're already going through finals. So before I went to my exam, I went straight to my counselor, which is Miss San Juanita. And I'm like, Miss San Juanita, like, this is one of my first finals. Like, I'm really anxious. I want to keep my A. Also, little story. I was always a B student, but with Vida, every week we have a session, and they tell us how to like strategies, how to take exams, or like anxious or stress, all that. And honestly, it's been helping me a lot. And now, thank God, I'm an A student, and also be graduating with honor roll for the LVM program. And it helped me because now I will be starting the ADN in the spring. Well, I'm sorry, the fall. Yeah, in the January. So I got accepted to the program. Thank God. I wasn't expecting that, but I applied. They told me you can do the transitional program at STC. I didn't know I was gonna get accepted or not, but I'm like, well, you never know. I applied and I got accepted. So I will be continuing my career um, for my RN now. But going back to that, I went with Sahanita and I told her, like I feel real anxious, like I don't know, I feel like I didn't study enough. She's like, calm down, you're gonna do good, etc. I took my exam and yes, I got the grade that I wanted. And now, we need 3 more finals, but that's another story. But as far as right now, Vida has helped me a lot, to be honest. And I just want to say thank you to the city of Pharr for all the help for myself and my Vida member, like I said. It's a big help for us to accomplish our goals more than anything. And right now, my other goal will be become a registered nurse. I already did one, which is becoming a vocational nurse. And now it's, become a registered nurse. Better my career more than anything for myself and for my mom, to be honest. This is all for her. But thank you for everything and thank you for Vida. Thank you for the support.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was never an A student. So you already beat me. I can tell you right now. So you achieved quite a bit, and there's a lot of challenges. You're right, as
Yeah.
when we were all growing up, and it's good that there's organizations like Vida that help you kind of put everything together.
Yes.
Do you know what the starting salary is for an LBN?
It
The jobs out
depends.
there,
Yeah, it depends. Especially where you work.
right?
So let's say that I work in a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
It's not gonna be the same as a home health.
Right.
Because home health, you cannot just focus on one patient,
Sure.
and the patient can be critical, and there's nobody there to help you because you're
Yes.
at their home.
Right.
Hospital wise, you have your charge nurse, you have your other colleagues, which is the
Yes.
RNs, another LVNs. So you have
Right.
more sources to go
Mhm.
with. So it depends. I already went into it to see how it is.
But
But
do you know
yeah,
what starting salaries are roughly?
like they told me around 20 to 25, depending on your background. If you
On your
have any
background.
experience as a CNA, etc., that you do work before.
What about an RN?
Or it's like 30, 35.
35?
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah,
Worthwhile.
so
It's a good investment
yes.
for you and for us.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations.
Thank
You're
you.
going to do well. Just
Thank
don't
you.
forget to live in Pharr when you're done.
No.
Don't go anywhere else.
No, no.
Yeah, sure. Everybody's hiring. Good luck. Don't stop though. Keep
No.
going in school. Don't stop.
So it's stories like these that really help us fulfill our mission as an organization, and also to help the students who have the desire to change their lives through education, but who also have the commitment to persist and to achieve graduation. So in our funding proposal for next fiscal year, I'd like to respectfully request your consideration for a funding request of $200,000 for a benchmark of 46. So that would be doubling our benchmark of, which is currently at 23. But I would also like to point out that throughout the history of our partnership, every year we've surpassed our benchmark far and beyond. So this would be an opportunity not just for an increased investment, but for an opportunity to leverage increased funding and have a much bigger impact here in the city of Pharr. And eligibility would stay the same. So participants must be a resident of the city of Pharr, must be of 18 years of age or older, must be eligible to work in the US, and must meet the income eligibility criteria. And then our promise and our projected outcomes to you as our funder would be to maintain 90% or persistence rate or higher, 90% graduation rate or higher within a 3-year period, 80% or more of graduates getting job placed, and an average salary of $45,000 or more. And in addition, I would like to also mention that all of our participants also have the commitment to participate in community and service events. So recently we had 4 of our VIDA participants volunteer at the Pharr EDC Foundation Golf Tournament as well. And before I conclude my presentation, I'd like to share a 30-second video inviting each and every one of you for our upcoming fundraiser, where we will be recognizing Pharr EDC for the long-term community support and investment in our model that has really made a huge contribution to our success. Support and partnership. It is often said education builds the best workforce, but it is community support and partnerships that create accessibility and equal opportunities for education success. Join VIDA for our 2nd annual gala, September 29th, for a golden affair. Become a change maker and invest in a proven model. For tickets and sponsorships, visit vidacareers.org/gala. So thank you again for your time and consideration. I really hope that we can continue working as community partners for education success, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Can you go back to that slide where they had the columns of the students that they initially had budgeted for and then what actually showed up? That's it, right? So originally is the blue column, is that right? Or is that what the fields are going into?
Those are persistence rates.
Persist.
And then the pie chart is the career fields that they're pursuing.
Did you have a slide where you had how many students were from Pharr, but actually what you had accounted for, but really what actually showed up was almost double?
Okay, so right there on the under persistence, it has the total number served from City of Pharr. So this year we had 44. The year before we had 49, and in 2020 we had 51. And in all those 3 years, the benchmark was 23.
23 participants.
Right, and we more than doubled it.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. That's all my questions. Anybody else? No. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, Felida. Nice presentation. We're going to now go with 4 consent agenda, requesting approval 4A, 4B, 4C, and 4D altogether.
Motion. Any discussion? All in favor? All in favor? In favor? Okay. Opposed? It passes.
All right, thank you, Mayor. 5 regular agenda, open session, recommend 5A and B be recommend to the executive session.
Okay, Why don't we do that now? In accordance with section of chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code, the Pharr EDC Commission will hereby is giving notice it will be proceeded in closed session, executive session for this portion of the meeting to discuss the items listed in the public portion of the meeting agenda. The time is 3:25.
Yes, Mayor, going back to 1A, and Ms. Garcia, I'm glad that I caught that, but we did not make a motion to excuse any absence on board members.
Okay, we have a motion to excuse absent members. Motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed to pass. They're excused.
Thank you, Mayor. Regular agenda, consideration of any on Vida Valley Initiative Development and Advance Agreement, recommending approval as discussed in executive session.
So moved. Discuss in executive session.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Mayor. 5B, consideration of any on Pharr Produce Lot 6 amendment, requesting approval as discussed in the executive session.
So moved.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. Thank you.
That's it, Mayor.
All right. Do you have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It passes. We are adjourned.